Hello YouTubers and budding creative writers, once again welcome to my video today. So today we've got a little bit of a different video for you. We're basically going to discuss what is a bibliotherapist. So a bibliotherapist is, I say it's quite a modern thing, but the art of bibliotherapy itself actually goes back to thousands of years ago, when you had people who referred to Aristotle's writings as the medicine of the soul, and even Ramesses the Great also had a special whole-purpose library built for him, which he called the House of Healing. In more modern times, we're going back to World War I and World War II. Bibliotherapy was actually inadvertently used by soldiers when they wrote their poetry and when they read their poems aloud. And doctors themselves even wrote and read poems to their patients to help them recover and to just discuss the feelings and emotions with them, especially those who suffered with emotional trauma because of the war. And now in 2021, bibliotherapy seems to be making more of a sort of therapeutic comeback for people. So usually bibliotherapists should have some kind of literary background or a mental health background. I personally have degrees in English, literature, and I also have I'm studying for my master's in psychology. So I do have some experience in this area. I'm also a teacher. So I've started doing bibliotherapy for some clients, and we're basically looking at general issues that arise in life, such as low well-being, people who want to use bibliotherapy as a way to improve their creative writing practice, and just those who are suffering from low mood, depression and anxiety. So at the moment, what basically happens is you have a session with your bibliotherapist, and it's normally around 45 minutes to an hour. You have a discussion about your general sort of day-to-day life, how you're feeling, what your current issues are, and then you discuss the kind of genre that you like to read and what kind of medium you like to read. And that's the general discussion that you would have with your bibliotherapist. Once you've completed your first session, what then happens is the bibliotherapist will go and create a special book prescription for you. And this is normally 6 to 8 books, depending upon the bibliotherapist, and also generally designed in the genre of writing that you enjoy reading. So for some people, this may be fiction. This may be non-fiction for others, and even some people may prefer graphic novels, especially when you're doing bibliotherapy with children, which can often run alongside play therapy. So with children, you would normally sort of prescribe actual child's reading books, or young adult novels, or graphic novels if the child prefers to read those kind of books. And then what happens is the client will go away and read the books, or if it's a child, the parent will read the book with them to discuss any sort of themes that are running in the book that they read and they sort of comprehend, that maybe sort of twings a little bit with what they're feeling right now. Alongside myself, we're trying to make a sort of book journaling type little workbook for clients, or just for people to use in general, where basically what you do is it's similar to your own journaling, but rather about your life. You will write about the book that you're reading and any impressions you have got, and then you can refer back to what you've written to see if your opinion changes as you finish the book, or as you've had more sort of a thought about the book, or perhaps when you've read further along the book, your opinion might change on how it sort of impacted you, or what your sort of thoughts and feelings are in relation to what happened, or maybe if it's fiction, what happened with the character, how the character reacted, or how that's sort of linked to your own personal life. Sometimes some clients may prefer to go back for an additional session with their bibliotherapist, where they may like to have a further discussion, or just to have a discussion with the bibliotherapist about the book and what they may be thinking, or they may wish to have a longer book prescription, or perhaps an additional one on top of that if they're quite a prolific reader, which sometimes they are. Or they might just want a sort of one-to-one discussion about any sort of themes or things they've noticed. But usually, particularly what I do is, after you've had that single session, you are still entitled to 2 weeks unlimited sort of email exchange back and forth as you are reading and as you are sort of comprehending what you are taking in, how that's making you feel. So I'm still available for 2 weeks unlimited discussion once you've made that payment for that session. So it includes the session, and it also includes the 2-week sort of email exchanges that happen. So yeah, bibliotherapy I think is quite an up and coming sort of area. There are more people getting interested in it. It is something that obviously everybody does. Even doctors, they inform their own practice by continually reading. Sometimes you may be prescribing, if people are more into a scientific vein, they may like the journals. So you can prescribe scientific journals for reading if that's the sort of thing that they like. There are so many things you can do. And there are a lot of courses online that will give you more information about bibliotherapy and how to become a bibliotherapist. But at the moment, I like to run it alongside the other business businesses and work that I do, because it just works really well. And some people may find that this is something they've always done. They've always sort of said, oh, my friend's feeling a bit low, hey, read this book. Or perhaps they have some family dysfunction and you've actually recommended something for them to help them, or they're feeling a bit low. So some people automatically do this, and then through reading this book, this is how people are sort of healing. And they're finding some catharsis in the characters they're reading about, or if it's non-fiction, what the author is telling them. And you will be surprised that if you think about it, you will generally have found that in some stage something you have read has informed you or helped you make a decision, or if you're at a crossroads, something you may have read or something may have been said based on what someone else has said has then helped you make an informed decision and made you feel better about what you are doing. So bibliotherapy tends to occur quite a lot. It can occur naturally. You can have a session with a bibliotherapist that will specifically be tailored to you, the books you like, the genres you like, and will specifically focus on how you are feeling and the issues that you have in your life. So I personally enjoy bibliotherapy sessions. I am obviously quite a big reader anyway, but it does work for people that aren't big readers. But yes, so there are 3 things I do. As I said, I do the bibliotherapy for creative writing. So we actually, based upon the issues people are having in their writing sort of craft work, what I will do is we will discuss, perhaps you're having issues with dialogue, or maybe you're having issues just generally kickstarting the plot. And so then we will discuss these areas of issues that you have, and I will then prescribe a book prescription specifically on writing books that will help you make a sort of more informed decisions for your craft in the future. And you can come back and obviously email me with any other issues that you may have, if perhaps the book isn't particularly if perhaps the book isn't particularly working for you, or one of the books out of what I've prescribed isn't working for you, and you say, actually, this book isn't working, do you have anything else you could recommend? Or perhaps even if you said this book was really good, have you got anything else like this? I can still give you an additional book prescription, usually only 1 or 2, otherwise it would require an additional session. So that is a potential of you getting at the end up to between 6 to 8 books, and maybe an additional 2 on top of that depending upon your requirements. Otherwise, I can also work with people with low mental health, anxiety and depression and things like that. So yeah, thank you for watching the video today. I hope that has informed your sort of understanding of bibliotherapy and what a bibliotherapist is. And as I said, if you are interested, there are lots of courses online that can help you get there. I would highly recommend that you pursue sort of any kind of higher degree learning in things like psychology or mental health or literature, because a good grounding in both of the areas is very important before you actually do any kind of session or even think about continuing into the profession. So yeah, thank you very much. Please like the video, comment down below if you've had any experiences with bibliotherapy, or if it's something you would consider in the future, and please follow the channel for more creative writing tips. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.